All right, we're back. Are you getting ready to get ready? Are you always, you know, consuming training after training? Are you always on webinars and learning and taking notes and, reading all sorts of books and just essentially planning to plan your next move? Are you stuck in that little hamster wheel? Well, it's a good thing that you're here then, because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today in this episode. Hey there, Isai Rodriguez coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So as you're hopping on, as I usually do, and ask if you can, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're alive. Drop down in the comments where you're tuning in from. I always like to know where this message is reaching out there in the world. So if you would, humor me. No, I really do like to know where this message reaches. It's always an interesting little fact. But anyway, we will get right into the meat and potatoes, as they call it. So hopefully you're all doing well. I had an amazing weekend. Hope you did too. And we're going to go over a little thing here that kind of, I guess, kind of jumped into mind. I'm not going to say early, late last night. I was like, this is a pretty good topic to touch upon. And it kind of goes with what I was talking yesterday, where, how to essentially take your prospects through a story of some sort. But basically, what we're talking about today is, in a nutshell, is imperfect action. I've mentioned this before, and I will continue to mention it because every day I'm taking more and more imperfect action, and the action isn't perfect. Obviously, as the name implies, and I'm learning every day, and essentially growing with you all. And I used to also get caught in this whole hamster wheel, this little rotating thing where I'm always reading books, taking notes, figuring out what the business is about, how it works, how to talk to people, things like that. But I never actually did much with it. I would apply one or two things here and there, but nothing was ever really consistent, until I decided to actually just essentially just go right in, like just go all in, because I don't know about you, but I'm definitely the type of person that needs to get I really need to get my hands dirty. For me to really learn something, like I can learn, really, let's say, if you're reading books, if you're consuming training materials, stuff like that, there's only so much you can, ingest and retain. At a certain point, you need to actually start doing stuff and start working with what you're learning so that you can actually see how it works essentially in the real world. And I don't know why it took me so long to really come to this realization. I mean, I went to school, as probably most of you have, and I have a semi-advanced degree, but what I learned from that experience was that, school is great and everything for learning theory. You can learn a lot of theory from books. There's no ifs, ands, or buts there. I'm not disagreeing with anybody or anything, but the real learning is really done hands-on. What you learn in a book, what you learn in seminars, that's all good. It's all good knowledge to have, but until you apply it, until you take action on it, that's when you're really going to start learning how stuff works. in the real world, and how you can make it work for the type of person that you are. So, make sure I don't miss anything here. So yeah, I mean, nobody. You have to remember, no one's gonna build your business for you. Like I was always searching for like that magic bullet. Like what is it? Like the magic formula, the magic spell, the magic formula. That like I was always looking for some kind of something. Like I was looking for something that was like, okay, now I'm plugged into this, and like I don't have to do much. Like this here is my $1 million ticket. You know, like I was essentially with all these systems that I was buying into and not taking any action with. I was essentially buying a lottery ticket. Like I was hoping, like, okay, this is it. This is going to be it. This time is for real. And what I found is that that's not a good business strategy, if you know what I mean. Like you have to, at a certain point, you need to actually step up, show up, and take, as they say, they take the bull by the horns and take action. You have to start doing something with your business. If you want to learn, how to blog, then guess what? You jump right into it. You start learning the little building blocks of building, for building a blog, and you start putting that into action. You find out what the first piece is, and then you take action on that. You know what I mean? And that essentially goes for anything. If you wait for the perfect time, you're essentially going to be waiting your entire life. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is now, today, the present. The best time was yesterday, but you can't fix what's in the past. You can only worry about the present, and probably, hopefully, affect or predict your future. So, instead of reading, book after book and taking all the notes, like these are some of the things that I've done in the past, and I've realized that I have a lot of knowledge up here, but I wasn't sharing it with people, like I wasn't taking action on it. And one of the things that I was always reading on was leadership, because I mean, obviously, if you're going to build a huge team within your network marketing organization, essentially because you're after like that, as they call it, the MMA, the MBA, the massive bank account. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for that big payday so that you can essentially write your lifestyle, essentially literally write whatever life you want to live, if that's what you're looking for, then leadership and duplication is what you want. You need to lead your team to essentially perform the way they need to be performing, and then obviously you have to duplicate that with everyone else that you bring on. But I was always reading, I was always consuming, training, taking notes. I was always learning, and that's not a bad thing. But again, there's a certain a point in time where you need to take that information and do something with it. You know what I mean? So without taking action, knowledge is useless, basically. You know what I mean? So I was always, instead of learning about live videos, let's say, and what to say in these live videos, I started recording. You know what I mean? Instead of reading what exactly to say to people when I'm trying to prospect, when I'm trying to prospect them, or what to say in my marketing message, what did I do? I started talking to people. I started talking to more people, and I started creating marketing material. You know what I mean? As I mentioned yesterday, I started, finding and following marketers that essentially like their message resonated with me. Like they just it just hit me in the chest right here, like it, and I felt it, like when they spoke, and I essentially started following them and writing what they were saying in their message. I started writing it in my own words or in my own hand in a notebook. Remember these things? And that's part of action. You know what I mean? Like, not everything is going to show some sort of result right then and there, but you have to do something to get towards where it is that you're going. And again, it's not perfect. It wasn't perfect, and it probably never will be perfect. And again, if you're striving for perfection, then you're going to be waiting, your entire life, and you're never going to build anything. You know what I'm saying? So step out of that mindset of perfection. Everything has to be perfect, and just start taking action. Get out there, start recording videos, start generating or putting together content. Get out there and start talking to people. If you want to learn what to say to people, start talking to people. You're already consuming and reading about what to say. Now take some of that and put it into action and see what works for you. Put it in your own words and see what works for you. So again, the perfect time is now. To take action is now. The best time was yesterday. You know what I mean? But the perfect time is always now. So don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for next month. You know what I mean? Take action now and take control of your business and start putting content out there, start providing value, and just start putting yourself out there. And you're going to see that what you're learning is eventually or essentially going to start making sense to you. Like, it's just going to start clicking. Like, oh, I see what that means and how that connects to this. Like, you're going to start connecting the dots. And before you know it, you're going to be the overnight success. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's my message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize if this video was a little shaky. I forgot my tripod at home. So I'm holding this with one of my hands resting on my steering wheel. And the wind is pretty hectic, as you can tell, blowing my hair all over the place. And yes, I do need a haircut. But that's another story. So again, hey, I hope you found value out of this. If you did, share this with your team, with your friends, with your upline, downline. Share the heck out of this. Show me some love. Drop me down in the comments if you caught this live. Drop me the hashtag live if you're catching the replay. Hashtag replay. I would really appreciate some interaction from you guys. And I really appreciate if you can get this message out there, and just let's start building a sense of community. If you're in the market to learn some, more advanced techniques, more marketing, more attraction marketing, building funnels, things of that nature, building, learning the different components of like copywriting and sales marketing and all this stuff, then I urge you to get on the 10-day attraction marketing boot camp, where my mentor Fernie Ceballos has put together an excellent resource where he breaks down in essentially 10 easy parts what attraction marketing is, how you can use it to build your brand online and your business online, and have people reaching out to you to join your business or buy your product. And also, if you don't know, or if you're not aware, always looking for willing and individuals that are ready to run, and like they're anxious and burning hot inside for to create a lifestyle that they're proud to have their family and all that stuff. Like if that's you, if you're ready to build something of your own, and you want to work with me, then drop in the comments, #WorkWithIsai, or send me a message. I will get back to you ASAP. Again, hope you had a good one. Hope you enjoyed this message. Share. And I'll catch you on the next video. Take care now. Bye.